Hey guys and gals, let's unbox and have a look at the Safari Animals by LEGO Creator. This is set number 31150, contains 780 bricks, retails for $64.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. So it looks like we get to make ourselves a very tall giraffe along a barren tree and a flamingo, and the alternative builds looks like a lion and a deer, or a set of deer. And this is a 3-in-1, so we can only build one of these at a time. That's what I'm assuming. And yeah, here's a better shot at everything. Looks like the giraffe is flexible as well as the deer and the lion. Oh, we got the butterfly too. Well, this looks pretty interesting. Well, let's open this up and see the parts. Let's see what kind of goodies lie within the box. Okay. Well, the bags are numbered, which is pretty good. Manual, another manual. Okay, well that's it. So, let's take a look here. That's the main model. We're going to be building that one in this review. And we have the deer. I thought we had a third one, which was the lion. Is the lion included in this one, or did I miss a manual somewhere? Oh, there it is. It's buried under here. So telling you to pour all the bags out to do that. But what does the main one look like? Let's see here. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, well, bag one does the whole thing. I doubt that. Well, maybe it will. We don't know. We don't know yet. We haven't built it. And I don't know. Let me take a look. Well, how many bags were there in that one? It'll tell us here, so we don't have to count them all. So there's 6 bags in total. And I'm kind of debating, though, how I want to break this down when I do the build. Let's see what we have here. Bag 1. You tell that's there. At least it comes with the brick separator. A lot of these creator sets have been missing the brick separators. This one actually has it. So maybe LEGO has it to where a certain number of parts get a brick separator. I don't know. At least it's individual bags. So it looks like bags 1 through 5 just do the giraffe, and 6 does the tree or the foliage stuff. Well, that doesn't look too bad, but what does this look like? I'm going to head over to my second channel, build this real quick, come back here, and we'll take a closer look. Off to the right, we have a tree, and in the center we have a pink flamingo, and on the left we have the giraffe. And don't worry, we'll take a closer look at these in a bit. And for the most part, the giraffe stands roughly about 12 to 14 inches tall. It's got a flexible tail, and the legs and the head do move. Here's the back side of the tree. So a quick demonstration here. So you can have him go down for water. His head moves. It even goes upside down if you really wanted to do that. It doesn't go all the way down, but that's as far as it goes. And yeah, the legs do move just a little bit though, but these joints don't move. The feet do kind of swivel around a bit. For the most part, he's just going to stand. You can see I don't really go too much. Or if you're really inclined to do so, you can just set him up like this and use him as a hammer to hammer the nails in your workbench. That's what it looks like to me anyways. But for the most part, it is a nice animal. Or you can even have the giraffe sit on his back, and you can just pet his tummy too. So it's pretty unique in its own world. Well, let's take a closer look. Here we have that pink flamingo, and it's not a bad brick-built animal. If I can reach and grab it. It looks a bit flimsy, but it's pretty strong. I hadn't had anything fall off of him yet. Not too bad. And here's the base of the tree. Don't worry, we'll get to the giraffe here in a bit. There's a lot of interesting building techniques with the tree. As a matter of fact, that was probably the only exciting part of the build, but I'll hold my thoughts until the review. Now we can get to everybody's favorite, the giraffe. And we'll raise his head up here. Yeah, I mean, it looks just like a giraffe's head. Even the joints for the legs are really well hidden for what this is. You can barely see down. They just have a couple of ball joints. Even in here on the neck, there's 2 ball joints. It's really strong. Here's a close-up of that tail. And yes, it can wag too. Now, as you can see here, this thing's pretty stiff. There's a lot of detail just for this brick build animal. And one more thing I want to show here, other than its glory, and I forgot to mention this. Well, I already mentioned it, but here's the hammer part right here. If you want to hammer those nails in your workbench, there you go. For the most part, it is a very beautiful, interesting animal figure. Let's start with build quality for the review, and for the most part it's pretty strong. This thing here kind of wobbles around a bit, but I haven't had anything fall off. Now, when I was constructing the set, I did have a few pieces come off and things started to buckle, but not too terribly bad. Especially with this tree, you think this would be the fragile part. No, I didn't have any issues with the tree at all when assembling it. So the build quality is pretty good. Build experience, it's average for this one. I was starting to lose interest in the build. I don't think I was interested in this model at all, so I just could not get into it. So my build experience is just average. There's not a whole lot of play value with this set, unless you want to have the giraffe's head move around and the legs, and you got the pink flamingo and the tree. But other than that, it's not really a playable model. As far as for dropping it into a Lego city, you possibly could use this for a statue. Oh, it does stand about 12 to 14 inches tall. The pink flamingo would make a nice statue, but the tree would work perfect for a Lego city or even a forest. So I would see this being used for a city. As far as for mock building, it's pretty much finished off as is. I'm sure you can add more of a terrain behind it, or you can use the parts for other creations. There's a lot of good dark orange and medium nougat and even tan in the set to use for other builds as well. As far as for collaborative build, bags 1 through 5 builds the giraffe. Bag 6 does the pink flamingo and the tree. So it's not really quite balanced, but it is possible for a collaborative build. So my final score on the set is a 9.4, only just because I had a few pieces come apart while I was assembling the set, but nothing major. It's a pretty good score. Now, honestly, is this a set that I would ever pick up? No, I'm not into brick-built animals at all. But for somebody who's into giraffes or the safari wildlife animals, this would be a really great display piece to set up on a shelf. So it's not a bad build, it just wasn't my taste. Now, for $64.99, you are getting 780 bricks. So that's a pretty good deal per piece. It's under 10 cents a piece. That's not too bad. So the overall build on this is pretty good. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of this set. To me, it just wasn't my style, but it is interesting to look at.